Hello everybody and welcome back to BBL. We're in Season 8, Week 11, and I am playing as my primary team today, the Super Duper Melonheads. We are taking on the Crazy Hornets in a potentially very important playoff match, and so a match with potentially very important playoff implications, and so I went on pause and took a break for this game after I scored only 3 runs in the first 2 innings. Hoping to come back and do better, so today I am back, and we have a bad omen at the very start as the game crashes on me. Let's bring that back up. So, I am hoping that we will be doing better today and get quite a few runs on the board and hopefully win against the Hornets. Probably not going to finish this game all the way in this session. Only have about 30 minutes here, so hopefully that's not enough time to finish it out. But we'll see what we can get done for now. Fabian Callahan leading off then in the 3rd inning for the Melonheads. Not an ideal situation. It's much better when she has somebody to bat in, but she can at least get herself on base here as she hits a nice dumpster shot. In fact, that's staying in the dumpster, I think? In the newspaper dumpster? Now, it does eventually get out, and Wally's able to get it in, but not before Fabian makes it to second base. So, good start. Clean double for Fabian, and that brings up Jay Green, who will hopefully bat her in. Jay, disappointed in the 1st inning, had 2 on and just 1 out, and just lined out. I don't think the Hornets are the best team in the league. They are surprisingly good for how much they stunted themselves through trades. Right, Tom Glass back to his nasty pitching ways. Jay Green fouls off what might have been strike 3. Fouls off another one. 0-2. I think step 1 to doing well here is going to be get Glass off the mound. He is doing a devastatingly good job there. And Fabian is not able to advance on that hit, unfortunately. Jay singling on a ground ball to left. Glass doing a devastating job on the mound, and I think once I get him off, then this game is going to start going a lot more smoothly. Shane Smith now up. Looking for one I can hit towards the right side of the field, give Fabian the better chance to make it to 3rd. Less likely for a grounding into a double play, at least that's my thinking. And he hits one in the gap. By 2nd, Vanessa gets it and flubs a throw coming in. Flubs it again. 3rd time's the charm, it is. Fabian not able to score on this play then. Oh! I spoke too soon. They throw it home, and it gets past Sonia at the catcher. That ball is out of play, and everyone gets a free extra base. Fabian scores. It is 4-0, and now Heather Quinn is up with runners on 2nd and 3rd instead of the bases loaded. That was a nice extra spot there. Takes away the possibility of a double play, or the guaranteed infield fly that would have been. Although, alright. Heather pops out to left for the 1st out, but still 2 outs to work with. Let's see what Phil Nevin can do here. We have runners on 2nd and 3rd, just 1 out. A good hit here, scores 2 more. Good start for the squad. And again, that out of play was a nice extra spot there, making things feel much safer. And that is going to be another one onto the dumpsters, or whatever you call that. Onto the newspaper bins. Jay has scored already. Shane is going to come in to score easily. This might be called a ground rule double, and it is. Phil not allowed to advance past 2nd base. But still, 2 RBI double. It is now 6-0 Melonheads. We are back in business, and it does now feel like we have a solid chance to win this. And Tom Glass is off the mound. If I'm correct in my theories, then it's only going to get easier from here. Zena Frome is now pitching, which puts Glass in left field. I'm not sure what sort of impact that will have on the game. But I don't think, especially given that Zena is their first backup, I don't think the Hornets have a great pitching staff, so again, good sign. The single biggest problem I was having earlier this week when I was playing this was Glass with a ton of nasty pitches. And now that's no longer a problem. Stan lines one into left, that bounces off the wall. Unfortunately, not really able to advance Phil on that one, but still, easy single for Olofsson. Two on, one out, Lindsay Felgate is up. I am not too worried about Lisa pitching, honestly. Maybe I should be, but we'll get there when we get there. Zena getting in some nasty pitches of her own. 0-2 on Lindsay. Gonna have to go for line drive swing. Hopefully she gets a good one. And that is hit up the middle. Into no man's land. Wally has it. Phil going for home. Nobody there to get that ball right away. Easy score for Phil. Stan could have made it to third, but oh well. RBI single for Lindsay. 7-0. Melonheads are on a roll this afternoon. Sheila Bisonti is now up. And take strike one. Unfortunately, a similar sticky situation to Shane. And that one is hit so weakly it's not even called an infield fly. But Jennifer went off to catch it on a couple of bounces. There was no one covering third right away, and so Stan is able to make it safely in when you think he shouldn't have, so I thought that one was an easy out, but it is in fact another single here for Sheila. Bases loaded then with one out. Dmitry Petrovich is a hitter. On deck is Fabian Callahan. This is a situation rife with potential. Dmitry singled in his last at-bat, only then to get caught on a failed steal attempt when he tripped no less than 3 times. But I think it's safe to say the Melonheads have successfully regained their momentum. 4 runs already this inning, and heavy potential to score more. 2-2 is the count. And that is gonna be foul. Almost a clear and easy fair ball for a couple more runs, but went just foul. Beautiful hit by Dmitry, but couldn't quite stay within the line. Inside for ball 3. I'll take whatever. That's not an out here. Anything is good. I'm not going to be picky. And takes ball 4. So base on foul balls for Dmitry Petrovich. Walks in another run. It is now 8-0 Melonheads. Still just 1 out. And it is Fabian Callahan up. Jay Green on deck. Fabian up for the second time this inning after hitting a clean double to start us off. Hits that one into the ground, but that should be at least 1 run still. And Jennifer is going to cover it, but letting it bounce a couple times first. There is no play by the time she catches it, so that's another single. Another run scores. It's now 9-0 Melonheads. This is exactly the sort of rally we needed. Jay Green is now up. It's still just 1 out on the board. Base is loaded. Let's see if he can deliver. Good trailer shot here would be a thing of beauty. Unfortunately, can only muster up a ground ball here, but that should still be another run. 1 out at second as Fabian can't overcome the situation, but we do get another run on the board. It is now 10-0 Melonheads, plus 12 including the multiplier. And we're still just in the 3rd inning. Alright, 2 outs though, and Heather Quinn on deck, so we might be nearing the end of this rally. We'll see what else we can do though. Shane Smith is a hitter. I forgot I didn't want to steal, so we'll just make the fact that we chose to steal moot, or actually a small benefit. Ground ball through the gap. Wally gets it in quickly, but not quickly enough. Another run scores. It's now 11-0. Heather Quinn is up, has struggled this game, hasn't gotten in a good spot to pitch the ball yet, to hit the ball yet. But this might be her big opportunity. And Jim Tomey is now on the mound for the Hornets. Vina Frome did not last a full inning. She is now playing first base. This would be more trouble if Jim was as big as his player sprite here in the batting view, but since he's actually just average size, not that big of a problem. And Heather gets one in the gap. It bounces off the trailer. Wally is going for it, but he can't get it. No one else going, so we are going haywire with this. Should have been arguably an easy out at any rate. Certainly not this many bases. Heather going for 3. She makes it to 3. I was expecting Lisa to go and get it a lot before now. But nope. Nobody except Wally getting stuck on the trailers. That's an inside the park 3-run home run for Heather Quinn. It is now 14 for Melonheads. And yes, Bobby, this is a great offense for great roster for offense. Basically, what happened this draft was everybody was working on their defense, trying to get a super great defense, and so I realized that from an early time, so I decided I would go all offense all the time. And they left me a lot of good pickings. I got both Shane and Sheila in the 7th round of the draft, which is pretty ridiculous for 9 speeds with not horrible arms and good bats. I mean, I do have Shane as my catcher, and he's a bad catcher, but it's totally worth it. And is that going to be called a ground rule double? No, it eventually gets out by the newspaper bins, but a beautiful trailer shot for Phil leads to another inside the park home run. It's now 15-0 Melonheads. We've scored 12 runs here in the 3rd inning alone. I chose a good time to come back for this game, a good time to pause it, and Stan with another trailer shot. They just keep on coming here. Only problem is after a while, these trailer shots with nobody on base get a little less exciting. That one's called ground rule double. Stan has to head back, but keeps on rolling. Lindsay up. Melonheads are currently sitting at plus 18 with another 2 full innings still to tack runs onto that. Now I definitely feel like we can win this game and continue the playoff run. Lindsay going for the big hit. That is going to be on top of the newspaper bins, it looks like. Or no, just barely off the newspaper bins. And Wally, Lisa, and Vanessa all tripping over each other, trying to throw the ball to each other. Lisa goes berserk there, running it towards second base. And the Hornets' defense completely falls apart on that one. Inside the park home run from Lindsay. It is now 17-0 Melonheads. Sheila up, also swings at the first pitch. This might be it. Tracy is there, and Tracy catches it. And so finally, that puts an end to the 3rd inning. But what a 3rd inning it was. Made almost 2 full trips around the lineup, scored 14 runs. Melonheads, I think, are in a solid position to have we have a good chance at winning if the game ends right now. But we have 2 more innings to go, and I don't think this Hornets defense is going to be getting any better. Lisa Crockett is leading off in this inning for the Hornets. Slings one towards left. Nice hit by her, no chance for a play at first. Good single by Lisa Crockett. That brings up Wally Evans. That, of course, does mean we now have the potential for a double play. Only problem we have here is Jay is getting kind of tired on the mound. No play at first base. We just barely get Lisa out at second, though. Wally safe on a fielder's choice. 1 out. Jay's getting a bit tired, and I haven't gotten any more juice this game. Xena Frome now up. This could be trouble. Xena with a big bat. Take strike 1. And that is sent into the stratosphere. That is not going to be an outside the park home run. And it is going to bounce back into play. Wally sees the opportunity, though. Going for more. I have 4 fielders going after that. And we get her at second. Not in time to stop the run from scoring, though. So, base hit turned into an out by Xena, but it does score a run for the Hornets. It is now 17-1. But hey, that's what happens when you have to face Xena. Remember, they cannot slide on pavement. No sliding on pavement parks. That is one of their unique charms. CPU normally does slide whenever they have a chance. Oh, I see. You knew that already. And Jay strikes out Jennifer Goodfellow to end the inning. So, Hornets score 1 run. In the grand scheme of things, though, I doubt that's going to be a big problem. We are going into the bottom of the 4th. Melonheads are up by 14. Up by 16. And hoping to extend that lead some more. And Jim Tomey is off the mound. He's going to play third base now as Jennifer Goodfellow is a pitcher. I don't know why they're not pitching Lisa. Maybe she's gotten tired from plays at second. In any case, Hornets just desperately trying whoever they can on the mound. Dimitri was the only player to get 1 at-bat last inning. Technically, it wasn't even an at-bat as he just walked. Ooh, almost a perfect ricochet there as Tracy threw it past Zena. But it bounced off the off those wooden crates behind the line and almost right back to her at first. That would have been an annoying out, but at the same time, a really cool one that I couldn't have been too mad at. However, it did not quite go far enough. Fabian hits one onto the newspaper bins. Unfortunately, it bounces back in the field quickly, and she is not going to be able to get more than 1 base off of it. That does advance Dimitri to third, though, so it's hard to imagine a scenario here where we don't score at least 1 more run this inning. Jay Green is now up. And hits one into the ground, unfortunately. Jennifer's got it, except she doesn't quite have it. Bounces off her. Unfortunately, Fabian still can't make it to base. Might could have made it if I rushed her. But, oh well. Still. That does put Jay on first. And it does score Dimitri. It's now 18-1 Melonheads. Shane Smith now the hitter. He fouls first pitch off. 0-1 the count. That is going to be another foul ball. 0-2 the count on Smith. Some nice pitching there by Jennifer, but he is able to get a good handle on that one. Vanessa not able to get the throw in, though. Jay gets to second base and does get to third as well. A bit tired out, but still able to pull it off. So, successful single by Shane advances Jay over to third. Runners on the corners with 1 out. For Heather Quinn, who got the rare Heather Quinn inside the park home run her last at bat, courtesy of some bad AI fielding decisions. This time my steal decision pays off as Sonia does not go for the play at second. Shane is able to steal easy. No chance at a double play here. Jennifer actually putting in some kind of nasty pitches here, but we'll see how long she lasts on the mound here. It's going to be just barely high for ball 1. 1-2 to count. I was afraid that was strike 3 call at first. And that is straight to Tracy. Caught for the second out. So only 1 run so far for the Melonheads this inning, and there are 2 outs. Let's see how big of a 2-out rally we can get. Phil has been on a roll today with 2 doubles and a home run, making a solid case for batter of the week. Let's see if he can pad that some more here and drive in a couple more runs. Jennifer pitching conservatively here. It's now 2-0. Gets him to chase one, though. 2-1 the count. Should have taken that one, but oh well. And that one is low. Ball 3. 3-1 count on Phil Nevin. A walk wouldn't be particularly great here. But, I mean, if it's what we get, we'll take it. That one is in the strike zone. It is a full count on Nevin. We are moving to line drive swing. Not taking a chance on that one. That is hit straight to Evans, but it does barely hit the pavement on its way. Wally throws it into no man's land. Tomey comes up to get it, but is not able to grab the ball right away. So an easy score for Stan. 2 RBI single for Phil. It is now 20-1 Melonheads. So, sticky situation there with Phil, but he is able to make good on it. Bats in 2 more runs. I think he might end up being batter of the week this week. We'll see. We'll see how many more at-bats he gets before this game is over. Stan Olafson is now up 2 for 3 with a single and a double. One nice thing about that big rally I had is now I feel a lot more relaxed There's a lot less pressure now that I've got 24 runs with Multiply. And I forgot to swap Stan to line drive swing, which might have let me get a piece of that. And I also swung when it turned out I shouldn't have, so I think I get a bit too distracted on that one. Stan strikes out. And Melonheads in the fourth with only 3 more runs. But still, 3 more runs are 3 more runs. It's 20-1. And Jay has the more juice. Beautiful. Sonia Hagen now the hitter for the Hornets. Takes ball 1. 1-1 count on Hagen, and she blasts one up onto the trailer. Oh dear. Hornets getting some more runs in here, maybe. She's holding at first. I think this might be called a ground rule double. Yep, ground rule double for Sonia. Lead things off. Brings up Jim Tony. Sometime very soon is time to pull the more juice trigger on Jay. Just trying to get a bit farther into the inning first. And no! Almost had the out at first, but Heather drops it, and I'm not able to cancel the command to throw to third. But then also tried to click on first, and Fabian threw it across to her, and that triggered Sonia to go for home, and I was able to make the play there, so... yeah, that was a wacky play, but that was not an intentional throwing it around the field to make them go. And so we are able to prevent the run and now have 1 out on the board. A possibility here for a power-up from Vanessa. But to no avail, she fails to make contact, strikes out instead. 2 outs on the Hornets now, and Tom Glass is the hitter. Dinky grounder, straight to Jay. That would be an easy double play, possibly, if there were less than 2 outs, but there are not. So we have to settle instead for the regular garden variety out to end the inning. Going into the bottom of the 5th, it is 20-1 Melonheads. Let's see how many more runs we can tack on here in the 5th. Lindsay leading off. Lindsay is a triple shy of the cycle for today. It's possible. Tin Can isn't the easiest field, honestly, to get triples on, though. Ground rule doubles or home runs are much more likely. And in this case, she only gets a single. Maybe could have taken second on that play, but I couldn't have known ahead of time that would bounce past Zena. Alright. Gets on base at any rate, that's what's important. And high pop-up for Sheila. Zena is there, and she throws it past! She throws it past Jennifer. That was almost a really, really stupid double play. Almost a really, really stupid double play, but thankfully Zena messes up the throw and gives Lindsay a free pass to second instead. Still 1 out, which isn't fun, but only 1 out. Still have the chance to make a big splash this inning. 2-0 on Dimitri. Lindsay did trip twice on that play, though. Lindsay does not like playing at pavement field, I guess. Keeps tripping on them. It's now 2-2 on Dimitri. Jennifer doing a good job here on the mound, honestly. Toughest pitcher I faced since last to start the game. Lisa dives for it and unfortunately does make the throw to first in time, which means there's already 2 outs on the play and we don't get the power-up. So, we had a red-hot 3rd inning, and it's a good thing we scored as much as we did then, because it doesn't look like these last couple innings are going to be as productive. Although Fabian with a big blast, is it? No, it's not. I thought that might finally be the over-the-building shot I've been waiting for from Fabian. Sadly, it's not, but it does still bounce enough for her to make it to second base cleanly. Lindsay scores. It's now 21-1. Alright, until we get that third out, we are still very much alive and kicking and can keep scoring runs. Let's see what Jay Green can do. Hasn't been getting big hits here. 3 for 4 with 3 singles, but all it takes is one here to get in a couple more runs. We'll keep this rally alive. And there we go. Monster shot there. That's going to be not that monster of a shot, but it makes it onto the trailer. And and it gets caught on the corner. I think that is going to be a ground rule double, but they do allow Fabian to advance to home. Fabian scores. Don't have to worry about her on the base paths, and now it is 22-1. Pitching change as Tomi comes on. Jennifer is back to playing third base, just with less stamina than before. Not sure how much of a difference that will make. My guess is not much. Shane is now up and fouls off the first pitch. Is Tomi staying on the mound here? He only lasted 9 pitches before, so wouldn't be a huge surprise if he got more play time. Unfortunately, Shane pops this one up. Nobody is there to distract Lisa. She catches it. And so that is the end of the Melonheads scoring runs. 4 small innings and 1 huge one. Our final run total is going to be 26, including the multiplier. Only question now is, what will the Hornets run total be? Some weirdness here with the Hornets uniforms. I don't know if this was an intentional design choice for their uniforms, or if it was a mess up with the file. But one of their colors is pro color, so they're playing in only purple. Anyway, not a great start, as Sonia or Tracy, whoever that was, gets on an error by Sheila at second. Just want to put this to bed. The good news is the Hornets do not have any power-ups on their side. Lisa attempts to bunt, with no success. 0-2 the count. Strikeouts are fine, just get these kids out. And Lisa does, in fact, strike out. Nice third pitch heater by Jay, and there is 1 out. Wally Evans is up. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And going with the third strike here. Wally is able to put the bat on that one, bouncing into left. Shane has it. Has to dive on it to get it, but is able to do so and still make it to second in time. 2 outs, unfortunately. It's come back around to Xena Frome, who hit a single in her first at-bat. Got out at second, but did help score a run her second time. This one's off the trailer, and unfortunately my team cannot play proactively enough to catch a ball in time, so that is another single. Wally advances to third. Dangerous situation here. Jennifer Goodfellow is up. Can we get the out, or will she crush one and deal a bit more last-minute damage against us? That is grounded sharply down that line. Thankfully, it is just barely foul. 0-2. If I had a fireball, I would use it now. Unfortunately, I don't, and I cannot trust any of these other power-up pitches. That right hook goes just inside. We are very much painting the corners here with a precision brush. Sheila this time catches it, makes a toss to second, and that is that. Hornets are down, game over, final score. Melonheads 22, Hornets 1. That is a plus 25. And I know that my opponent, Bless, has already gotten in his score for this game, so give me just a moment, and we will have a result. First, I need to post my earlier result from my first stream. Right. So, yep, had that one big inning, and that was what we really needed to at least feel good about the game. isn't enough to win. I hope so. Again, cannot tell against this Hornets team. Cannot feel too safe about it. Okay, we have plus 25. They had plus 23. Razor close margin, but the Melonheads do end up in top 25-23. What a result. Wow, that is... Whew. Yeah, so we didn't need those 2 wins in the last thing, but other than that, all counted. Whew. Just barely got enough. Oh, wow. So, yep, but Melonheads do win. We advance another game, and we are still very much in the playoff hunt with a better chance than ever of taking the division and a 2 seed. Player of the game, I mean, look at this. Everybody did really well, but Phil Nevin gets my nod for player of the game this week. 4 for 4, a single, 2 doubles, a home run, 5 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Honorable mention to Lindsay, who went 5 for 5 and scored every at-bat. But yeah, good performance all around, and getting out of that jam in the 6th made the difference, I think. So, whew. Close win, big win. Alright, moving on. Next week we'll be taking on the Giants. They have been a struggling team all season. In theory, they should be a pretty easy win. I am certainly hoping so, because I need to win every last game here to have a good chance at playoffs. So, see you guys then. Until then, thanks for watching.